Hi and welcome to another Knowledge Hub video. This time is a video on video. We're going to discuss how to use video for e-commerce without a huge budget. So, Tim, how do we do that?
Okay, well, I think we need to cover off what video we're going to do first. So we need to think about, in an e-commerce scenario, the typical thing that people think about when it comes to video is like your product walk around explainer video.
Yep.
That's one. There's a lot more that we should be using video for. So for example, on your category pages, you could actually have an explainer about the whole category. You can have on landing pages and offer pages, you should have a video there because that can become much more engaging. The other thing is, it's nice if you're using email or social or video in ads, you can actually tie it back to the landing page and they've started to watch that video beforehand or they've seen the first part of it. So it's a really nice hook back there. So I love video on landing pages and offer pages. I think also much more we're seeing how to install videos and how to use videos. I think those are super powerful because depending on what your product is, you want to really understand, am I going to be able to use it? Is this how it's going to be used? So don't sort of skimp on those kind of videos as well, because don't think that a how to use video is only going to be looked at by somebody who's already bought the product. I actually think that a how to use video or an install video will be considered as part of the process. I bought electronic items before and wanted to understand how I'm going to install them before I built them to make sure that I'm not, lining myself up for a nightmare. I think when it comes to e-com particularly, you're probably sort of referring to testimonials, which is good. I think they're really nice. If you can get the person to shoot them like on their own phone or on their laptop, things like that, that's really good. If you can go out, if it's a higher value purchase item or whatever, you might have some engagement with people. You might ask them if you can go out and shoot those, and I think those are really good. I would say case studies more kind of going B2B, higher end.
Sure. Okay, and then in terms of the budget question,
the big why.
How do we do all this with a shoestring budget or a lower budget?
Okay, so how video is used in digital marketing is different to how video is used or how it has been traditionally used, and I think where Taylor and the team at Innovation Visual who do the video really make a big difference is because they are looking at it from a digital marketing perspective. They're not coming at it from the videographer, the classic video agency perspective, which is really inefficient. Like you go to one of these typical video agencies and they're going to charge you a lot of money and you're not going to get very much output. Like the team at Innovation Visual flip that completely on its head. It's all about output, it's all about outcomes, maximum outcomes for minimum budget kind of thing, bang for your buck. So how's that done? How can people do that? Well, you've got to start with clever planning and clever storyboarding. So when you look at, we talked about what videos you need, the category videos and the product videos. Well, if you want to do a category video, you might actually shoot at the same time 3 or 4 specific product videos. So I don't know, let's say we're doing tablet devices. You shoot the video for the iPad mini, you shoot one for the Galaxy, you shoot one for the iPad Pro, and you shoot one for a Google tablet or something like that. And then you've shot all of that, and then you use some of that shooting to put together your actual category video for the tablet page. So you see how we've clever planning, clever shooting, you're repurposing it. And I think the storyboarding and the thinking about how it's going to be used is really key. So you want to think about what the outputs are. So you're going to use it on YouTube, you're going to use it on Instagram, you're going to use it on Facebook, you're going to use it on the website itself. How do you shoot that? So typically Facebook and Instagram is more portrait or you want square. So you need to make sure if you shoot a video that's going to be used on that as well as the website, the mainstay of what's going on is in the middle of the picture so that when you come to change the format, you don't lose what's going on the side without like squashing it down and things. So clever planning and things. And then one of the other things that we've really pioneered at Innovation Visual when it comes to video for e-commerce is this concept of block shooting. So with the clever planning and storyboarding, big sessions of shooting, lots of video, and then editing that down over a period of time. So the cost of getting, we've got lights, we've got cameras here, we've got sound equipment, we've got all of that. We're lucky that Innovation Visual, we've got our own studio, we've got our own green screen facilities, all of that, but it all takes time and money. What you don't want to be doing is hopping in and out of shooting video, because that's the costly part. You want to get loads of good footage, but also make sure it's the right footage so you're efficient. So that's, again, planning and storyboarding. And then get smart on the editing down. You create one video. So this video we're talking about here, we'll probably repurpose part of this and it will go into LinkedIn as a teaser. It might have a bit going into Instagram as well, because we put some stuff out there, particularly for recruitment and things. It will go on the website, but it will go on the YouTube channel. And there might be some slight variation details, but it will be the same video to its core. And we know to start with the main master video and then cut that down. So does that make sense from an efficiency viewpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then in terms of measuring performance and measuring output and measuring the success of what we're doing, how do we do that for an e-commerce site, especially considering a lower budget?
Yeah, I mean, you can. So data and tracking's a big thing with us. What you need to do is you need to track the video plays. So on our e-commerce client sites, we can track to see if somebody watched a video before they purchased. And we can even track it back using event tracking and things like that. You can actually track it back to what video they watched, how long did they watch. So you can then ascribe a value to what's being watched. Putting things out there in terms of the marketing, like the promotional stuff, drawing people into the site. The data is showing, we did a campaign recently, and there was a comparison, video, no video, conversion rate was double. I mean, double. I mean, wow, that's breathtaking.
Yeah.
Like if you had a 10 or 15% conversion rate improvement, that would be brilliant, but doubling the conversion rate. So
but that whole ROI is an interesting question as well, isn't it? In terms of actually, yes, you might have a low budget for the video, but actually, what is the ROI from that? And then actually, it makes sense to actually expand your budget because you're getting a much greater ROI than not having video at all.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I think this is the thing. People talk about, and the question specifically was about doing video for e-commerce without huge budgets. And that's the starting point, because people need to feel comfortable, and especially where you've got 0 people on your YouTube channel and you've not got engagement and things. You do have to take some time to build up a head of steam on some of this stuff. But the thing is, when you look and you compare to what people are spending on things like paid, and if you're spending 5, 10, 15, 100,000 a month on paid, diverting 5 or 10,000 a month to video, if you're spending 100,000, that's next to nothing. Paid is burnt. It's literally you pay your money and then the value is gone, kind of thing from that. The video is going to last for a long time. So also other tips when it comes to getting good value: shoot evergreen video. So if you've got limited budget, make sure that what you're shooting is going to last for some time. So try not to make it too specific, like seasonal things. So if you're doing something and that product's not going to be available in 2 months' time, do you really want to shoot that video? Or are you better off doing a video that's going to last longer? Obviously, promotions and things like that, they're going to be time expired effectively, but that footage, as I say, you try and duplicate it so it's used for other bits and pieces. But I think that the ROI, the proof of the pudding is all of our clients that are taking video services from us are spending more. None of them are spending less. Yeah. They're all increasing budget incrementally on video. So that's good indicator.
And what about live streaming? Is that outside the scope of somebody with a small budget, or is that these days possible as well?
No, I mean, you could be a one-person company in your bedroom, in your office or whatever, and you could do a live stream and things like that. How successful will it be? It's not going to be as good as if you're getting it done properly with people that know what they're doing. But it is possible to do that. And the other thing is, if you are tight on budget, live stream and those social media videos, people don't expect the production values to be quite as high. So what I would say is with social videos, they're great. You can use the platforms themselves to edit and put together the videos, so that's really good. And in fact, quite a large number of the videos that we put out as a company for our clients on social don't ever go, like, they don't fully go through the video team. They're part of the planning or whatever, but the team members are doing them through the training and education that we've given them. And they're doing them so they're not actually coming in, they're not being shot on the 4K plus cameras and things like that. They're being shot on phones, because you can do that for small bits. And I think live stream is very much like that. Danger with live stream is not the creation of the live stream and being able to point a camera in your direction and talk to it. It's getting the audience, making it worthwhile. And also, what are you going to do something with it afterwards? What's the focus for it again? So what I would say with live stream, yeah, you can go and do it, but you want to maximise the value of that effort, because everybody's time is money as well.
Yeah, I think that's really useful. I think that's some top tips there, and I think proves that video is not outside, it's not prohibitive due to cost these days.
No, absolutely not. And I think we're really nailing it in terms of efficiency here, and it's the ROI is really good, and the expectations from your consumers now mean that if you're not doing video, you have an issue. You've got to grasp that, and you've got to, if you're doing some, you probably need to do more as well. I don't think you can have too much video anymore.
Yeah, okay. Thanks very much for your time, as always, Tim, and thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that all-important notification bell. Please also, we'd love to hear your comments and feedback, so if you could jot them down in the space below, that would be really useful. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video.